Hey guys, Leanne here and you're watching Hip Hop TV. Tonight we're here with Evidence. He is MC, producer and 1/3 of Dialated Peoples. How are you?
That was perfect. That's exactly what I got. See everyone there representing the front row.
You know shit's tight, no mistakes allowed. Number 2, like a DJ like Jabu, or like any DJ from the beat junkie crew. When you tell Pats, walking on gas, learn your lesson. 40 cities, 49 nights. This is tip number 3, pace yourself, it's your life. I learned to live on and off tour. Make friends with the sound man, that's tip number 4. Number 5, you put your ass in high. Said this and flows, it's our motto, it goes. The art form to perfect takes and step. Doing shows for no people, it's called a sound check. Number 6, when you're up in the mix, say it loud, keep the people up staging in the crowd. See that shit happen, way too many times. Too many things with 5 mics, who the fuck actually rhymes?
So do you feel like working solo is like apart from Dialated Peoples, you've grown as both an artist and as a person?
Definitely. It's allowed me to go in directions that I might have felt like might have been restricted territory with Dialated. It's not that I never had creative control to say what I wanted to or had anybody holding me back. Nothing like that. It's just within a group or any relationship in life, there's always a bit of a compromise, you know, and sometimes for the better. And with Dialated, that's what it was. But when I had certain personal issues happen to me, like the loss of my mom and certain struggles and certain life things that I was going through, when I tried to record those songs and put them on the last Dialated album, the 2020 album, it didn't feel right. It felt like they were sore thumbs. So I felt like if I had an outlet to do a solo record, it would be beautiful for me to express myself. And coincidentally, that was our last album on Capitol Records. So as soon as I got out of the contract, I was allowed to do whatever I wanted to do. And that was the first thing I did, was a solo record, not really to try to stand outside of my group, more just really just have an outlet to say things I needed to say, like therapy, you know what I mean? And it really helped. It really helped. And,
So we get to see more of you rather than Evidence as Dialated Peoples?
Yeah, a little more Michael than Evidence. Sometimes in my solo records, it's not as guarded. But you got to understand, when I was coming up with Dialated, it was a different era in rap, and I was 21 and 20 and 19, and I was comfortable with who I was, but I was still growing as a person. And now that I'm damn near Jesus' age, I've learned a lot, and I'm a lot more comfortable with who I am. So yeah, it comes through in the music.
To the very fourth time, don't worry if I write checks. Hands up, side to side, everyone rainbow. I wanna see your hands up. Where the fuck y'all at? Come on. Let's go. We are still again, back again. To the very fourth time, don't worry if I write checks. Listen through here, okay, got shit to confess. Like I ain't smoke weed no more, but I'm smoking on that. Back again, yeah, reversing and reversing, fast and jumping the crowd. In the house again, it's Dialated in the back again. Yeah, they stuck this shit's different. The rain was on the way because the weatherman. So we in the house again, I ain't getting wet. Kick a hole in the speaker, pull the plug. Still my people showing love. Different outside the box. Don't want a lot of a will, we want a little of a lot. In this war, evidence, all I got's my word. Spinning 33 in the third. To make the clip spin it. Yeah, back again. Yeah, who is it? Come on, Dialated Peoples. In the house again. Second back again, ladies and gentlemen, front back, back again. Yo, who is it? Come on, Dialated Peoples.
So working solo, do you think it gives you kind of a new perspective when going back to work with Dialated Peoples?
I hope it does.
Yeah.
We're about to start a new record. It's called Directors of Photography. That's going to be the next Dialated album. Rocka just put out Crown of Thorns, his first solo. And I put out The Weatherman, the Layover EP, and now come in Cats and Dogs. When we were signed on the label, we didn't have rights to do solo records contractually. We couldn't do it. So when we got off, it was really important for us. Like, yo, let's put out these solos. Let's get people to know Michael. Let's let people know Rocka, not just Hyroscience. And then we'll come back as a unit and you will be like, I identify with this person, or I identify with that person. It's not just that's the one with the afro and that's the one who jumps in the crowd. Yeah, yeah. You know, so it's I love Rocka's album. His solo album is amazing. I'm really proud of him.
And what's that called?
Crown of Thorns. Yeah, yeah. So with Crown of Thorns, Cats and Dogs, all this coming together is really just like support for the bigger picture, which is dilated peoples always.
Right.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of work with the Alchemists.
Yeah, definitely. That's like one of my best friends.
Right. Did you guys grow up together?
Pretty much. I mean, I've known him since I was probably 12, 13, 11, something like that. So we hang out all the time, and it's not really necessarily about music. Like, we'll kick it 2 or 3 days and just do nothing, and then find ourselves working on music later. But there's not like a clock ticking or A&R calling or a budget running when we hang out. It's just natural.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about like other collabs? Are there ones that you hope to do in the future? People that you're influenced by that you want to work with?
I've worked with so many people throughout my career with Dialated. I'm talking about a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like from B Reals to Eric Sermons to Premier to Beat Nuts to Beat Miners to just the dreamless cover. You know. And then on the solo record, reaching back out to my friends. You know, Planet Asia's and Defar Eyes and those kind of cats. What was like my level. You know, like who I see eye to eye with cats. And then for this new one, I was really trying to figure it out. Like, I put my man Fat Sean on, you know, on the last one. He's a new artist coming up. I really co-signed what he was doing heavy. So for the new one, I was trying to figure out, like, who do I want to get on it, because I've covered the ground of what I wanted to do. And what I found out is I really didn't want that many people.
Yeah.
I just wanted more like what I need to say.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, but I ended up having some great people like Raekwon, you know what I'm saying, which is like a dream come true. Razcast, I've always wanted to work with. And certain other people I'll leave as a surprise, but it's been an amazing experience so far. Yeah.
So who have you been your influences growing up then? Like, did you always know you wanted to do this?
Well, I was a graffiti artist. I'm from Venice,
Yeah.
Venice Beach, California. So like, if you're from Venice, you know how to skateboard. Probably done graffiti, and it was just like what I do, you know. And I ended up moving next to a producer named QD3, who was Quincy Jones' son, and it was like the biggest blessing in my life. I used to hear the beats come on late at night. He'd be in his garage next door, and I'd hear the music start, and I'd hear it stop. So I knew they weren't playing music because they kept stopping. But I was trying to figure it out. And at that point, I really didn't know how rap music got made. Like, I knew that people sampled James Brown, or I thought maybe they had a band. I just never really thought, I just never questioned how it got done. I just heard it as one piece, you know? And when I moved next to him, it was like, yo, my name's Quincy. I'm a rap producer. This is what I do. And I would sit there and draw in my book and just watch rappers come in, like Everlast and Cockney O'Dyer and Justin Warfield, and all these people come in and rap, and then I watch them leave, and I watch Quincy sit there all night and produce what they did. So I didn't want to produce it first, but being influenced by a producer organized me to think differently than the average rapper around my way, I think. I think I like moving next to Quincy changed everything. And then just to add on, like at the time, studios weren't really popular. It was difficult to get studio time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like this is going back, you know, and so all my friends found out that I lived next to this guy. So they all wanted to come over because that meant that maybe we could go to Quincy's house and cut a demo. And like some of the people who would come over, like in hope. Go check it out. It's EV, Evidence, Dialated Peoples. And worst come to worst, my peoples come first. And they right here on Hip Hop TV. Go nowhere.